We will talk about if all calories are created equally, and purely thermodynamically it should be true, because it does not matter what you eat, it's important how many calories you eat. But reality is different, and we will explain why. First is, when you intake proteins, you increase your metabolism. That's first step and first sign that not all calories are equally created. You can increase your metabolism by around 100 calories if you eat proteins. Why it happens? Because proteins have high thermic effects. What means high thermic effects? It means its digestion and absorption requires more energy. That's why you're spending more calories when you eat proteins compared to fats and carbohydrates. Second, why proteins are important. Proteins are building blocks for muscles, and if you have more muscles, you require more energy, and muscular body also consumes more energy compared to obese persons or overweight persons. Even their body mass are same, muscular person requires more energy. So muscle burn more calories, and proteins are key component in muscles. And now here is question, how much protein I should intake to increase my metabolism? You should intake around 1.2 grams per kilogram of protein or more. It's around 70 grams. If person is 60 kilogram, he or she should eat around 70 grams of protein daily or more. The third component why proteins improve calorie burning or weight loss is that it's difficult to digest and stays in the gastric and intestine prolonged time. So you feel fullness in your stomach, so less appetite. Also, proteins increase hormones like peptide gamma and cholecystokinin, and they suppress appetite also. They are satiety hormones. That's three important advantages are presented in proteins. Second is soluble fibers, which are very important also when we're talking about calories, because when you eat soluble fiber, it decreases your calorie intake around 400 calories per day. Even you don't attempt it, you decrease averagely your calorie intake by 400 calories. And why it happens? Because soluble fibers create gel-like structures in your intestines and in your stomach when you eat, and this gel-like structure causes satiety and fullness, and you eat less other foods. Also, this gel-like structure blocks absorption of different products, including sugars and fats, so you absorb less calories. Physically, you absorb less calories. And what are soluble fibers? Soluble fibers, for example, is beta-glucan, which is represented in oats, also in chia seeds, also in several different, for example, glucomannan also contains soluble fibers, and they physically block absorption of calories, and also they causing feeling fullness of long period of time. That's why they are very effective for weight loss, and even you intake important amount of calories because they are high in calorie. For example, oat has more than 300 calories per 100 grams. It's considered high in calorie, but you will not weight gain, and you can even lose weight because it affects whole your day, and it decreases calories absorption and calorie intake next several hours. That's why it's important. Also, barley, beans, psyllium, chia seeds, and glucomannan contains these soluble fibers, so you can enrich your diet with them. And when we're talking about absorption, and when we say that soluble fibers inhibits absorption of glucose, for example, insoluble fibers, which are represented in most fruits and vegetables, blocks absorption of fats. That's why not only soluble fibers but also insoluble fibers are important, because they block absorption of fats, and they also causing feeling fullness because they are insoluble. Because they are insoluble, they are good product for growth of beneficial bacteria, and they improve our gut microflora. So insoluble fibers, which are represented in most vegetables and fruits, are beneficial for us also. And so we don't need and don't want 100% absorption of foods. And which foods are absorbed 100% or near 100%? It's bread, it's rice, it's milk, eggs, meat, potatoes, and dairy products. They are absorbed almost 100%. Of course, we need dairy products. Of course, egg is really good product. It's rich with proteins and healthy fats. Also, meat is important, but we can say that white bread and rice are pure calories, and if we minimize them, it's better for our health. And now let's say about simple carbohydrates. Even if you're trying to eat them less, why they start vicious cycle of craving and vicious cycle of continuous eating and weight gain? When you eat bread, it causes glucose spike in your blood because it's absorbed very fast, very easily, and glucose level in your blood is increased. In response to this high blood glucose, your body will release insulin. Insulin will cause distribution of this glucose into cells, and blood glucose level drops. And when we have important dropping of blood glucose level, it's emergency signal for your body, and you want more sweet, you want more sugar, you want more bread, you eat more, it causing new spike, then new hypoglycemia, and you have another craving episode, you eat more, you have another spike, and etc. It's vicious cycle. So any simple sugars, including bread, including bakery products, including chocolate, including candies, including rice, they can provoke vicious cycle of craving of sugars. That's why it's better and it's best if you cut simple carbohydrates or simply sugars. Another important dietary product and negative dietary product is trans fats. Trans fats are represented in margarine, in bakery products, in many creams, and in cakes, in bagels. And what they are doing, these trans fats in the liver are converted to LDL, and LDL are called unhealthy cholesterol or bad cholesterol. And this LDL is released in the bloodstream, and they block arteries, and they causing constriction of arteries, and is predisposing factor for stroke and for cardiovascular disease. So trans fats are directly correlated with bad cholesterol. They also decrease synthesis of HDL, which is good cholesterol. So they increase bad cholesterol and decrease good cholesterol. So it's better if you avoid margarine with trans fats, if you avoid bakery products, especially when it's commercial bakery products, usually it's high in trans fats, so you should maximally avoid them. And trans fats also causing weight gain indirectly, but they still cause. And how they do? When you intake trans fats also disrupts cellular function. They disrupt membrane function of cells, and on the membrane we have insulin receptors, and insulin receptors indirectly are disrupted, and when insulin comes, insulin receptors can't function well, and it causes insulin resistance. Insulin resistance causes high blood glucose level, and high blood glucose is toxin for blood vessels and for our organs. So our body tries to distribute this glucose, and liver starts to convert this excessive glucose into fats, and liver producing fats, and these fats are deposited in our body, especially in our abdomen. That's why trans fats have also important reaction of our fat creation and fat distribution, and weight gain, of course. And microbiome is very important part of when we're talking about calories. There are some foods which improve our microbiome in our body, and it means a better immune system, it means better insulin response reaction, it means less inflammation in the body, and healthy reaction to eating foods. And such foods are prebiotics and probiotics. Probiotics means that you eating beneficial bacteria directly, and it's yogurt, for example, or kefir. They are beneficial bacteria, and you eating these bacteria and they multiply, and they called probiotics. And prebiotics are foods which helps these bacteria to grow. Such foods are most vegetables, onions, also garlic. They are considered as important prebiotics, and almost all raw vegetables and fruits are prebiotics. Almost all. There are some of them are less favorable, some of them are more favorable, but most of vegetables and fruits are good source of prebiotics. And also the food which contains polyphenols such as dark chocolate, berries, and green tea also helps increase level of beneficial bacteria. And which food disrupts this beneficial bacteria? Such food are meat, processed foods like, for example, fried potato and chips, and bread, also sugars, and sugar substitutes also, they disrupt functioning of normal flora, and antibiotics also, and food which are rich in antibiotics, they kill beneficial bacteria and is good place to multiply harmful bacteria. So it's better if we avoid food with rich in antibiotics. That's all I wanted to say. I hope you already are sure why not all calories are equally created, and how important is to choose food correctly for our health. Thank you for your interest. Thank you for your watching. If you like my videos, please thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye for now.